What do you think caused the government shutdown?
The lack of the Republicans and Democrats deciding on a budget, and then something to do with Obamacare.
Just indiscrepancies between, people trying to agree, and with them not being able to agree on certain issues, it just kind of held us all at a standstill, and the easiest way to deal with that was just kind of shut everything down, take a step back, and try to come to an agreement.
People not swallowing their pride enough.
Mostly the same, except that I feel that most of the politicians have differing views and they just don't want to come together to try and find out what's best. They're just going to argue about it pointlessly.
Do you think the government should have shut down? Why?
It was probably a good thing because now there's more of a sense of urgency and maybe it will make them make a decision faster. So I guess I would say it was a good thing.
I think they could have handled it a lot better, but since this is just a bipartisan system, the likelihood of them agreeing on something this big was a little low. So,
I mean, obviously not. I don't think the government should ever shut down. I mean, that just shows that there's a lot of just lack of, I don't know, just agreement. I believe that a house that can't come together will never stand, and that's kind of where America is right now.
How do you think the shutdown affects Americans?
You can see with Americans who are affected, like military, veterans, Social Security, disability, definitely people who are working within government jobs. It even affects some like engineers who do, I know NASA, they shut down their website, for example, and it affects it towards that aspect. So it may not affect everybody, I guess, straight off, but long term, it has huge damage to it.
Well, my dad's a government employee, so he didn't get to go to work for about a half a week to a week, but he works for the Department of Defense, so they called him back up pretty quick. But I still know, my friends whose parents, I think Social Security, they're not getting paid right now, and other organizations like that, don't get paid, can't spend money.
I think overall we're inconvenienced, but government entities like the post office and stuff like that haven't been shut down, and so it's not detrimental. So I just feel like that it could be much worse.
How do you think the officials in the White House will solve the shutdown?
Eventually they'll come to compromise and resolve the problem.
It's from last time I looked at Good Morning America on Twitter, they said something that they were going to, I think, raise the debt ceiling in February and open up the government until January. I don't know how that's going to help. I know it'll help, jobs, people go back to work, but I honestly have no just straightforward idea of what they will do.
I think that one side's going to have to give in for this to really work, so I'm hoping that they can reach a compromise quickly, and hopefully they will figure out how to avoid this problem in the future.